Okay, so I just woke up a little bit ago, actually kind of slept in, and Nintendo has had this Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Again, I did not record the first two. The very first one was lame, the Japanese version a little less lame. I wish they had shown that one instead. And the second one was a little less lame, and it was still not very interesting because nothing about it actually interested me. But this one I feel like is going to be different. I have not seen it yet, although I noticed in the recommended videos there is a Monster Hunter Direct. Not really sure what is up with that. Well, let's go ahead and watch this. I feel like there's going to be something of interest in this. I feel like I want to record this. And let's see what's in here. Again, I just woke up a little bit ago, so I'm not at 100% here, but I'm good enough. And hopefully this direct will be good enough. Speaking of Monster Hunter, or is it? I've never actually played Monster Hunter games beyond Monster Hunter Stories on the 3DS, and that's a very different game. Okay, yes, Monster Hunter. I know Monster Hunter has the cat. Monster Hunter Stories is not a bad game, but it's extremely repetitive. I wound up getting bored. Okay, Monster Hunter Breath of the Wild Edition.
Just got an important letter. It looks like we've got a rampage on our hands.
Someday I would definitely like to play a different Monster Hunter game. Maybe this will be the one. It's certainly looking interesting. I was really interested in playing Monster Hunter Worlds, but that never released on Switch, so... And my PC can't run the PC version. Assuming there is a PC version. Did that ever happen? Been a while since I checked. I assume there was.
It's been 50 years since the last calamity. That monster is known as Magnum Malo.
Magnum Malo. So this one's gonna have a bit of a focus on story, it sounds like. Once again, able to ride on monsters. That's interesting. It's one of the appeals of Monster Hunter stories.
This is for my fellow hunters.
Monster Hunter Rise. I might keep an eye out on this. Heck, we might actually go directly to that Monster Hunter Direct after this. Oh, there's a deluxe edition? Oh, lame. Pre-order items are lame. Because I'm not going to get this at launch.
Play the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series wherever you are and however you'd like. We've prepared a trailer for another title, so please take a look.
Monster Hunter Stories 2? Monster Hunter Stories was definitely an ambitious game. I feel like it was kind of held back on the fact that it was on the 3DS. They couldn't really put an open world game on the 3DS too well.
This is destiny.
Or that is my impression, just from this one open world game on the 3DS that I played.
I thought I'd never see you again.
Okay, pal, let's do this.
Yep, definitely Monster Hunter Stories 2.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but it'll work out.
I never even got to that dragon, kind of think of it.
Red?
blessing emerge.
Quick, hurry!
We don't know if it's the right monster. Our mission is to see if it truly has catastrophic power.
Rathalos are disappearing from their natural habitats.
And Angela?
Yeah, the eggs. Part of the problem is I probably went on too many egg missions. That was how you wound up getting new monsters for your team. But I wound up going into so many of them, and they wound up being the same monster a bunch of times, and
Hello, everyone.
maybe I should have
Third
not
Nintendo Direct
went
Mini
on so many
Partner
egg
Showcase.
hunts.
What you've just seen is a first look at Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. This Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase presentation will deliver the latest information about upcoming Nintendo Switch games from our development and publishing partners. More videos in this series will be released this year. Alright, let's get started. Move to the rhythm with boxing exercises.
So I wonder what's going to be in the Monster Hunter Direct. More in-depth look at the games we just saw?
Grab your Joy-Con controllers and match rhythm like 1, 2. Select your favorite music and courses. Then
I was right though.
boxing exercises.
This Direct is definitely more
Find your
interesting.
instructor's outfit to provide even more variety for your workouts.
Not so much this part.
Several features are included in this installment, including a 2-player mode, an alarm function, and the ability to turn off boxing moves. Save data also carries over from the previous game, so use all these features to help keep you going.
I'm paying so much
Select any one of the
not
9 instructors
attention that I wasn't even aware there was a previous game.
Janice, Hero, and Karen. All of them have their own distinct personality and are here to support and motivate you. Box to the beat when Fitness Boxing 2, Rhythm and Exercise launches on Nintendo Switch December 4th. Pre-orders begin
I mean,
later
if you're
today.
interested in boxing and exercising with boxing, I'm sure this would be a good game for you.
An all-new Disgaea game is here, dude!
Disgaea. That's a series that I would like to get into sometime. So Disgaea 6, huh?
A zany, brand new
Neat that it's going
installment
to
of Disgaea
Switch.
is coming to the Nintendo Switch system. Meet Zed, the protagonist of Disgaea 6.
Has Disgaea 6
He's
already
not just a
happened?
lowly zombie.
Because I
As a
notice
result of super
a
reincarnation,
lot of times it's
becomes
like,
stronger the more
oh
you
neat,
die.
there's a new Nintendo Switch game, and by the way, it was already on another system.
In colossal showdowns. The beloved over-the-top battle system makes a triumphant return. And now, max damage is in the quadrillions. And
Of
the max
course it
level
is.
Nearly 100 million. Reincarnate in a variety of worlds and face off against the strongest god of destruction. Get ready for an experience that defies common sense.
It's like if Dragon Ball Z were a tactical RPG.
Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch Summer 2021. Plus, the previous title Disgaea 5 Complete will be free to play for a limited time in a special game trial event exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members.
Well, I really should consider getting that online subscription at some
Bend
point.
your turf in a ruthless criminal underworld.
There's a whole lot of trouble. The name is Goldie.
LA Noir
We
2?
found Chicago way. I run the fortune tellers. But if you're looking for a good time, ain't no better place. I am a performer by art, but keep my business out of the spotlight. Capone and Angelo don't really know what started their feud, but I do. I poisoned Capone's supply and made Angelo take the fall. These people are merely players in my symphony. The world is my stage and I am the star. And we are about to put on a big show. You know that no one ever really wins.
I like how that guy was just standing there, ready to take a bat to the knee.
Come and get it. You know you ain't gonna find it in Mon chéri. The Empire of Sin.
Oh, Empire of Sin. Wait, Didn't that already happen?
A terrifying threat draws near in this tactical shooter.
We closed the trap on Hitler's North Africa campaign. But what next?
Not interested.
I'm headed for San Salini.
These gritty, realistic games tend to just...
My target is General Tobias Schmidt.
Not interested.
Mission with no surprises.
With rare exception. But if your primary color in a game is brown, I'm probably not going to be playing it. Why brown? Why is it always brown? The world has so much more color than brown.
Here's a quick look at what else is coming to Nintendo Switch this month. It's a little too quiet in the long dark. Brave the quiet apocalypse in this exploration survival game. You're on your own as you journey through a frozen wilderness in the aftermath of a geomagnetic disaster. A chilling narrative awaits in the Wintermute story mode. Or
That's an
enjoy
interesting
hours of
concept
permanent
for
survival gameplay. True survival on Nintendo Switch
an
later today.
apocalypse. Geomagnetic
Open to GTA
disaster.
2K21.
I can
Play
talk.
against the pros on visually stunning real-life courses. Hit the links with friends locally or online, or run full seasons in tournaments with online societies. A physical version of this game swings onto Nintendo Switch September 25th.
And it's a believable cause for an apocalypse. Supposedly, such a thing has happened in the past. Here's this game again. So they're throwing a few indie games into the mix this time.
Wielding the powers of mythical weapons of Olympus to aid in your escape. Hades comes to Nintendo Switch later today. Dive into the fantastic
This
of
game.
Wonderworld. Welcome to Wonderworld. Leo and Emma were led here by the mysterious...
Actually, wasn't this in the previous Partner Direct?
Wonderworld contains 12 dreamlike stages, including an ocean stage, a wind stage, and more.
Where did I see it
As Leo
get
and
shown
Emma,
off?
you'll don costumes to
Was it
wield
in the
a variety
Direct,
of
or
abilities.
maybe it was something else? Maybe on another
Rise the
console.
wind to float.
Either way, this is definitely a game I'm interested in.
Pack powerful punches to destroy giant blocks. There are over 80 costumes to find. Use each costume's abilities and collect hidden statues to progress to new stages. Menacing bosses await at the end of each stage. You can also pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend in a co-op mode. Combine your abilities and navigate through stages together.
I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that.
Balan is waiting for you. Balan Wonderworld will make its grand entrance on Nintendo Switch Spring 2021.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in that.
Your new life in a fantasy world is about to begin.
Moon Factory ain't one of those series I never got into.
RPG.
But I know there are people who are going to be excited for this
As a young
one.
man or woman with no memories, you'll get a fresh start in the rural town of Rigbarth as a peacekeeping ranger.
And one of those amnesia stories, huh?
In addition to protecting the town, your day-to-day will include harvesting crops and fishing in the river. You may even find a special someone.
Yeah,
to
farm
date,
sims
fall in
tend
love,
to
and get married.
not grab my interest. Even if it's just a small part of a game,
Combo attacks with allies
I'm not
to take
really
down monsters.
interested in doing that.
Begin your life anew in a fantasy world when Rune Factory 5 comes to Nintendo Switch in 2021. Alright, this next title will be our last announcement.
Oh, already? Oh, it's going to be big. Oh! Okay, yes. Absolutely. I knew it was a matter of time before this game actually came to Switch, and I'm glad to see that it is. I still have to play the first Ori, which is also on Switch, and I want it. Unfortunately, I'm in a situation where I just can't get any games right now. I'm going to have to wait until Christmas. Oh wow, Shadow Drop even. Collector's Edition? Yeah, again, I ain't getting that. You know, because of that whole money situation. Wait, what exactly is in the Collector's
That's all for
Edition?
today's Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase.
Because it
Thank
looked
you
like
for
there was
watching.
more than one game in there. If both Ori games are in there, that might actually be an edition that I will get. Okay, should we go to the Monster Hunter Direct? How long is it? 16 minutes. I mean, unless I wasn't paying attention, they didn't even mention that this was going to be a thing in this Direct. Well, let's go ahead and take a look. Because this is today.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Ryozo Tsujimoto, producer at Capcom. In this direct, we'll be showing off the latest games in the Monster Hunter series. To kick things off, please take a look at this announcement trailer.
Well, we've already seen the announcement trailer. So... we'll just kind of speed along through this. How long was this announcement trailer again? Maybe I should actually skip ahead. I don't want to accidentally skip ahead too far.
Just got important letter. It looks like
Yeah, this was a long trailer. Let's actually do the skipping ahead.
it's been 50 years since the last.
You're done for! Have a taste of this!
Okay, here we go.
So, what did you think about Monster Hunter Rise?
I think it looks
The Rise in the
interesting.
title refers to the idea of hunters running up cliffs and making use of the verticality of the environment, as well as our desire to create a game that can
This was
be watched and
absolutely
played
inspired by Breath of the Wild. It might actually be a
Monster
better
Hunter
Breath of the
is a
Wild.
action game series where players get to confront huge monsters in majestic natural environments. It's been 16 years since the debut of the series. And this
All it has to
series
do is
has
not
the
have
ability
breakable
for
weapons.
Switch to provide a Monster Hunter experience that anyone can enjoy whenever and wherever they want.
You know, it hadn't even occurred to me that this
Now,
was
before
still
we
a
talk
portable
more
system we're
about the game
talking
itself,
about. I
I'd
never
like to
used my Switch
introduce
portably.
Yasunori Ichinose, the game's director.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yasunori Ichinose, the director. It's nice to be here today.
First, I'd like to talk about the new actions we've added to this game.
That does look pretty cool.
This game will let you go to all kinds of places on the map, such as cliffs and elevated platforms.
These new actions are made possible thanks to a little creature called the Wirebug. The player carries
I mean,
several
this
little
already
small
looks fun to
bugs around,
play
and they
even
allow you
without
to
the
climb to
combat.
a variety of places that would normally be out of reach. Additionally, there's a great variety of actions you can perform by combining the Wirebugs with attacks. Using these unique attacks with your favorite weapon is what the combat is going to be all about.
Thanks to the Wirebugs, there's now a lot more variation to movement and attacks. leading to versatile, fast-paced combat. Next, I'd like to talk more about the environments.
Do we really need to?
When you start a
I mean, I
quest,
feel like they
Wisps
speak for
is an
themselves.
open map that forms one single, seamless locale. Of course, we've made sure to create the locales to make full use of the Wirebug's abilities.
Now I'd like to tell you a little bit about one of the new areas in this game, which we already showed a glimpse of in the trailer just now, called the Shrine Ruins. From the starting camp, you can run down the mountain to get to the main field.
Nice to know there's no fall damage.
This area is characterized by the scattered ruins of an ancient shrine, hence the name. I can't explain in too much detail, but there are lots of things to discover across each locale, so I hope you take the time to explore when going on your hunts.
I will definitely do exploring. Hopefully not to the point that I never make progress in the game and get bored. That is often what happens when it comes to open world games. I fail to make progress because I'm having too much fun and boring myself doing random things.
And run around with hunters sitting on their backs. While you're riding one, your stamina doesn't decrease, so you can keep running at high speed for as long as you want.
Stamina's a thing, huh? Well, that makes sense.
You'll also be able to perform various actions, like using certain items, or recovering your health.
I wonder how easy it is to recover stamina.
You out in various ways.
Well, I recognize that bear. I had one in my team in Monster Hunter Stories.
Naturally, the feline palico from past games also make their return again. They will help you out as a support type. You can take 2 buddies with you on a quest, and you are free to decide which combination of buddies you want. In multiplayer, each hunter can bring 1 buddy with them.
Of course, there's a limitation like that.
Next,
Almost entirely because it's on Switch.
First, this is the flagship monster for this game, Magnamalo. We can't show it in full yet, but it's a fearsome fanged wyvern with a strong air of menace about it.
Looks pretty cool.
The next monster is Acnosom. Acnosom is a bird wyvern that attacks hunters with its characteristic crest by changing its shape and using it as a weapon. This monster is the bird wyvern Great Izuchi. Its main characteristic is that it tends to move around in groups of 3, attacking all at once or in succession. The key to hunting
That looks like it'll be
lies
tough to
in how you
take
defend
down.
against these attacks. And this is the amphibian Tetranodon. It swallows up gravel to expand its body, and then charges at hunters. As its body changes, so do its attacks. So you'll need to change your approach on the fly while dealing with them.
This does not seem like it would be an easy game to play.
Tetranodon and Arzuros are in a fight here. We are working on new gameplay elements that arise through fights between monsters. We'll share more about this at a later date. Of
Okay,
course,
so
there
there
are other returning monsters, including Arzuros and plenty of new
is a little bit of
monsters.
monster combat,
So
it sounds
please
like,
look
then.
forward to more monster info in the future.
I don't know if it's just wild monsters going against each
Next, I'd
other.
like to show your base in this game.
They probably just said.
Your base in this game is called Kamura Village. You'll find all the conveniences a hunter needs, like the smithy and other facilities, and all kinds of colorful characters. The story in this game unfolds through the characters of this village.
I just got an important letter. It looks like we've got a rampage on our hands.
I can't say anything yet about the rampage, but we are aiming to provide a new experience with this, so please look forward to future announcements.
What are those cats making?
We hope you liked what we've shown so far. To close things off, I'd like to share the release date and the details on the different versions.
As we announced in the trailer, the game will release on March 26th, 2021, and you'll be able to choose from the following versions.
The Standard Edition and the Deluxe Edition with a bundle of recommended DLC. Supply will be limited, but all versions will include special layered armor for a Palamute and Palico, plus a Novice Talisman as pre-order bonuses.
While the game releases far enough in advance, I could get the pre-order. Though honestly, that's not really good pre-order stuff.
Using these amiibo lets you unlock special layered armor.
Oh hey, physical DLC again. Who would have expected amiibo to be used like that?
We will provide more details on these amiibo in the future. We hope you'll get them along with the game. The game will also have some compatibility features with Monster Hunter Stories 2, which we also announced today. Please look forward to more information on that as well. For more information about Monster Hunter Rise,
I don't know that I would get
check
both
out our
games though.
website, which will go up later today.
Pre-orders for the download version will start shortly after this Monster Hunter Direct, so please head on over to the Nintendo eShop and have a look. Please check with your local retailer for pre-order information.
That's all for Monster Hunter Rise for now. But Mr. Ichinose has a few final words for you.
I'm definitely going to be putting Monster Hunter Rise on my wish list.
Monster Hunter Rise. We are currently working hard on completing the development of this new Monster Hunter game.
It'll be delayed.
Reaction to this announcement will give us strength and motivation, so please let us know what you think.
Oh, I think it looks really cool.
We hope you'll enjoy Monster Hunter Rise.
This might be the game to finally get me really into Monster Hunter.
Next up, it's my pleasure to introduce the newest RPG in the Monster Hunter series, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. Please take a look.
Now this, not being on the 3DS, I hope is able to go well beyond what the 3DS game was able to do. Oh, we got the trailer again. Oh wow, we're already this far into the direct? I've been watching this for 12 minutes? Oh, we did skip ahead because of that first trailer. Well, let's skip ahead again.
Hey, what's that?
An Angela?
There is not much left time in this direct. Okay, definitely a wait for this game.
In this game, you'll become a monster rider, traveling the world with your monster companions as you tackle quests and experience a rich story set in the Monster Hunter universe. You'll be joined on your adventure by a number of popular monsters from the main series, and the bonds you forge together will have far-reaching implications as the plot unfolds. Our emotional story begins with the mass disappearance of Rathalos from around the world. As the descendant of the legendary rider named Red, you have a fateful encounter with a Wyverian girl who has been entrusted.
How many descendants do you think that legendary rider has, though?
I can't say much more.
Because I don't think the lineage would really result in just one straight line.
To provide fans with a fantastic narrative worthy of the series. On top of that, we're including elements that connect this game with Monster Hunter Rise, so please look forward to that as well. With the game slated for release in summer 2021, we hope that Monster Hunter fans, and all fans of RPGs in general, will enjoy Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin.
So, we're actually not getting any more information than in the Nintendo Direct, huh?
Stay tuned. Today, we introduced you to two new titles, Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Maybe I'll give the 3DS game another chance.
So please go check them out.
We are also planning to provide more updates at
Maybe
CES
not spend so
2020
much time
Online
looking
on
for
September
eggs.
25th, and Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 26th. So please stay tuned for more information. Thank you for watching this Monster Hunter Direct.
Yeah, that was it. Well, this was more a Monster Hunter Rise Direct than a Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 Direct. Still, though, interesting that there's a Stories 2. Very much interested in Monster Hunter Rise. And in regards to the partner showcase, yeah, overall, this was way more interesting than the previous two partner showcases, even considering the Japanese versions. I am definitely glad I reacted to this. I'm glad I didn't know what was in it. Monster Hunter aside, but I didn't know what to expect from Monster Hunter other than it being in there. It could have been like Monster Hunter 5 for all I knew. And the mainline Monster Hunter games, they definitely don't interest me so much. Rise is looking like it's more an extension of Monster Hunter World, which was definitely a game that interested me, but again, I just wasn't able to play it. So, glad to see Rise hitting Switch. It looks really cool. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and end things here. If you have enjoyed my video today, definitely check out my other videos. I do Let's Plays of various games. Currently, I am doing a playthrough of a randomized run of Pokemon Silver, and also a 100% run of Super Mario RPG. So definitely check those out. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.